Live from Radio Days Europe in Athens. Hi, I'm Tom Watts from Radio Express. I host the UK chart, and we have another really interesting conversation coming up for you right now. I'm joined by Burak from Karnaval Media Group based in Turkey. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for inviting me.
I'm really intrigued. I don't know much about the Turkish radio market, so I guess let's start there with what you do at Karnaval. Let's have a bit of an introduction.
Okay. Well, I personally started doing this job for nearly 30 years, I guess, and but the journey has a little bit changed after 2012, because we had launched Turkey's first digital audio platform, namely Karnaval, in 2012, and then we started to redefining the business, radio business from them. And then today we have 5 terrestrial radio stations operating in our umbrella, and we have 30 digital streams, digital live stations, okay. And we have the biggest digital audio network in Turkey right now.
Wow.
Plus we are focusing on podcasting. And now we are in a discussion to redefine the business without using the word radio, instead using the words that consumer can describe while they are listening to radio, what they feel, what they get as an experience. So we have to focus on the experience they have while they are listening to radio, then take this experience to digital products so that they can understand what radio is all about without saying radio at all.
Okay, this is such a fascinating area of the industry, I feel like, at the moment, and it sounds like you are well ahead of the competition, maybe with 30 brand extensions. So that's different sort of genres, or maybe different like emotions that people are feeling. So is that if I feel this way, I'll listen to this one? Am I on the right lines?
Exactly. I mean, we had research lately. I mean, in 2023 with YouGov Turkey, and we tried to understand how the audio consumption behaviors been changed. So we saw that people still want to listen to live content. Plus, they sometimes want to listen to their own content, own music. For example, 74% of people said that they just want to listen to their own music. But 72% of people said they just want to listen to music curated by someone else. So, we have to say that these are no 2 different groups of people. These are 2 different consumption behaviors of the same people. That might be us. For example, you sometimes want to listen to your music, go to your own room, listen to your music, and isolate yourself from life. But sometimes you want to join the crowd and listen what the others are, listening right now. So you want to synchronize yourself with the real life. That's where radio comes into the picture. So we are, now positioning ourselves as Karnaval Media Group. We are positioning ourselves on the, live entertainment side of our consumers' lives. So what we are trying to do is just to send them the message that we have content that fits for you, and you can, wherever you are or whenever you want, you will hear what you need at the same time. So we know you because we've been in this business for more than 3 decades, and we know you well, and we have people who knows you and who knows music, who knows content, and they are curating these content to and provide you with. So this is the whole point. And if you do this, you will see that people will still listen to radio without knowing that they are listening to radio. They just listen something they need.
They want that human connection, right? They want
exactly.
that community that's streaming and that other maybe competitors to radio and audio can't provide, right? That's what we can specialize in and that you're doing. And I think it's really interesting that you're moving your offering to bring listeners in rather than going, this is what we do, why aren't you coming to us? No, it's about us moving to where people are, right? And so catering for what they want from us.
Technology is developing, and while technology is developing, especially in Turkey, for example, smart devices penetration is too high in Turkey. So people started using smart devices, and then they started consuming media over, via their smart devices. Then media should change themselves or adopt themselves to be on those devices as well. So consumer changed, media changed. Now we are about to change the advertiser side. I mean, they have to rethink about using the medium from a different perspective. So what we are trying to do is just to catch up with the changing consumption behaviors through our platforms. And today we are discussing, is it enough to giving them the sound they need via different distribution channels? No, it is. We have to distribute the experience also. So what we have to do is just to give them some sort of hints to go and listen to the radio station while they are having different kind of experience they used to have from FM radio in the past.
Because it used to be so sort of like linear, right? Like you have your one radio station that's doing this, and where you are as a human being listening to it, you could be on the spectrum all over here. But now having all these different brand extensions or different streams or whatever, there's something there. So however you're feeling, you can go here, you can go there. Do you know what I mean? And
actually, in addition to this, while they are listening to your radio station, actually they are basically having the experience of being a part of a huge community who are listening to the same radio station at the same time. But if you do something special for them on the screen, for example, having some sort of quiz shows or some polls or some different messaging, maybe
engagement, interaction.
Any engagement tools you can use, it is still going to be a radio experience. At the same time, they are listening to the same music or same sound, but meanwhile they can get engaged with the others. I mean, in the past, we were listening to a radio station, and we felt like being a part of a huge community, but we didn't know anything about the others who listen to the same radio show over there. But what if we can give them a chance to get into interaction with the others, or maybe they just go into a poll, or maybe they just send messages to each other. I agree with you. No, I don't agree. Or I love this song. I don't like this song. Kind of experiences. So it is going to be a really different radio listenership experience for the audience. And also, since we had done research recently, as I said, I mean, people. The basic motivation for people to listen to radio is feeling, being a part of a community. I mean, they want to feel like they're not alone.
Yeah.
While they are listening to their favorite radio.
That engagement, that richer experience, is just going to encourage them to keep coming back, but also encourage more people to come in. Right? Like you want to be part of that. You never want to be. No one wants to be the one left out of the conversation, right? Like that's the worst feeling.
No one.
So that's just going to encourage more. So it sounds really exciting what you're doing. I don't know the Turkish landscape that well in terms of the radio industry. Are you ahead of the competition in this?
Exactly. Yes. Yeah. It's something we have. Taken advantage, but also sometimes it's too hard to be alone in this competition, because we try to tell people that things have changed. Those people are listeners, advertisers, and sometimes board members. I don't know, but no one else says the same story. So we are telling people that the future is over there. I mean, we cannot focus on the business we've been doing. I mean, we cannot focus on the devices anymore. I mean, devices have changed. So we have to focus on the consumption. We have to focus on the audience, their needs, and what they need from us. It's more. I mean, it's easier for us to provide them with, because technology has developed, and no matter what they are, no matter where they are, I mean, we can get in touch with them easier than before. So now we are using AI technologies, and we are catching up with the all technological developments so that we can do our business. I mean, wherever we are. I mean, for example, today I may just go a silent room and do my own radio show from Athens.
Sure.
To Istanbul. So I just need a cell phone and an internet connection. That's it.
Yeah.
So this is all radio is all about today. And when we think about this, for example, when we think that people needs that kind of content, I can find right people from all around the world to provide me with that content and produce it, and I can be the distribution platform for them.
Yeah.
So they don't need to be located in Istanbul anymore. Maybe you might be doing some sort of top 40 shows for our platform as well in the near future.
Yeah. Well, the UK chart that I do, I record it in London, and then it gets distributed to countries all over the world. And that's the amazing technology that we have at our disposal to be able to connect across the whole planet, right?
Exactly.
It's amazing. Look, 2 questions just to wrap up that we're asking everyone at Radio Days Europe in Athens. What are you most excited about in the radio world right now? I feel like it might be the change that you're about to make at Karnaval Media Group, but yeah, what's exciting you most about radio?
As I said, I mean, I'm around. I've been around for nearly 30 years, and now I'm still excited that I was always, I had to answer this question. I mean, when will radio die? Or did radio die? That kind of. And today I'm excited that we can prove that radio will never die, because once people are over there and they ask for, audio content, radio as a business model, radio will continue by just sending them messages or providing them streams that allow them to synchronize with live. So live audio content never dies. I don't know if radio dies, but live audio content, live audio streaming never dies. So because it is a medium that starts from a human being and goes to other human beings. So
connection, yeah.
When if there's two human, there's two people, then there's going to be a communication, and some part of it will be verbal communication, and live audio stream is going to be there to satisfy this demand.
Yes, absolutely. And then on the flip side, what are you most worried about or threatened by or fearful of in the radio industry at the moment?
Well, I mean, I'm not really that kind of person who focuses on threats. I just want to see the opportunities. I know there are these usual suspects, global usual suspects who try to take some share of ear from radio. This was always the situation. I mean, I always say, you used to listen to your LPs or your cassettes or your compact discs in your home, and you used to listen to your own music. Today, you can listen to your own music via music streaming platforms, but this is something you isolate. This is something that isolates you from the crowds. But this is a different experience, and this is not a threat. This is a complementary, offering. So when you need to be a part of a huge community, you have to be a part of a live medium that might be live TV or live music or live radio, anything. And whenever they ask me that it's going to be a huge threat for radio, I always ask people that are you going to McDonald's each day to have a easy food? No, you are going to restaurants because they have curation, they have their own menus, and they have experience. They provide you with the experience you have in that restaurant. So live live medium are giving you the experience you need.
Yeah. Burak, thank you so much for joining us. That was really,
thank you.
really interesting.
Thank you. Have a nice day.
And stay with us on the live stream for more interesting conversations here from Radio Days Europe in Athens.